tonight, everyone. And so, a part of preparing for winter means winterizing, catching your harvest before the frost hits. Welcome to another live. This is Dr. Eve, everyone, where we talk about all things living well and building a strong home economy. Now, part of building a strong home economy for me this year has been these zinnias. These are pollinators. These are happy. These are big for the pollinators, the butterflies, and part of your homestead and your gardening and all that requires things, flowers and things like that, to bring the pollinators. Now, I did not buy those this year. I literally deadheaded the flowers, let them dry, and I planted them this year. This is the result of this year's harvest. So I've got zinnias. I've transplanted some to the other side of the yard. So we're going to have zinnias over there next year as well because we want to make sure that we have a butterfly garden. So part of deadheading these zinnias is these here, grabbing these that are just have had their life. They're spent, they've done their thing, and it's time to go, okay? But for me, I'm going to give the ones that can stand a chance another chance, but most of them have got to go because some of them are actually diseased like this and just need to go, right? And we don't want to put those in the ground. We want to make sure that we burn them so that we are not putting pests in the ground because these actually kind of affected my figs a little, so I'm going to have to treat my figs this year, so to make sure that whatever this was that was affecting these zinnias is not also affecting figs next year, because my figs did really, really well, and I have to put a few more figs over here this year, so it's really actually time to get them out. So what I'm going to do is just get them out. I think that's the best thing after looking at it. I'm big on observation, what needs to be done, and getting it done, right? So I think for the sake of my being able to plant my fig trees, I think I'm just going to take them all out because I got some figs that need to go in the ground. So I'm not going to spend any more time trying to save these. I'm just going to pull them out, save the seeds. The butterflies have gotten all they're going to get. They have gone on somewhere, you know. So I'm basically just going to go through here and big chop. Big chop them, and I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them. What I generally do is I take them and put them under the shelter and just let them dry out. Or I can just lay them here on the ground and let them dry out. But my goal is to make sure that these don't go into the soil because of the disease that's on the leaves. So I want to make sure that I keep my plants safe, my food safe. So we're going to just take all the zinnias out. It's time now. Some of them want to thrive. They're beautiful, but I need to go ahead and do the work I need to do. So we're going to just cut them down, and we'll pull out the roots later, open up the space. And yeah, there's a whole tomato plant back here as well that needs to, that's back here trying to grow. Some other kind of tree back here trying to grow. It's several tomato plants actually trying to grow back here. Some actually have tomatoes on them, so I see a whole plant back here. This looks like a piece of a maple. I don't know what that is. But this looks good back here. This area looks really good. I worked on it last year a lot. So as to keep it nice and cleaned out, we mulched it. So we mulched it well. We're going to take these out, get all the zinnias out so I can see what's here and what I need to do next because I got a couple, like I said, I have a couple of big plants that need to go in the ground because we want to make sure that we have more of an abundant harvest next year. We did good on our figs this year, and we want to make sure that we get a nice harvest of them next year. If you're going to plant them, now is the time. Actually, figs love to be supported by the fence line. So that flower came back. I've been looking for that. It's just coming back. It's beautiful back there. Uh-oh. And then I want to tie down this, I put fabric back here, so I want to make sure that this area stays nice and weed friendly, because I don't like weeds. I'm 62 and I don't like weeds, and I want to be able to manage my garden at 62 without having to dig weeds all the time. So I put down commercial fabric in my area, in my fruit orchard, so I wouldn't have to deal with it. So I'm probably gonna spray. Uh-oh. There's a treatment you're supposed to give your fruit trees at the end of the season. So I'm gonna do some more research so I have some organic fertilizer I'm gonna give these fruit trees. I'm gonna pump them up a little bit. But I'm telling you, look at this whole tomato plant. I told you it's a big old tomato plant back here. Look at it. Y'all can't see it, can you? Look, I gotta show y'all this. Hold on. Look at this. I'm not gonna pull it up. It's a volunteer from last year. I'm gonna put something up here and just let it stand up and see what happens. I don't want to throw the tomatoes away. They are all over the place back here. So we're gonna let those continue to grow. The goal was to get these zinnias out. I have some more over here. I'm gonna drag them put them under the carport, let them dry out, or onto the concrete, let them dry out so I can get the seeds. That's the goal. The goal is to get the seeds, okay? So that's what we're doing today. Just wanted to share that with you all. These are the zinnias that I have left in the garden. And we want to make sure these diseased branches get burned and not go back into the soil. We want to make sure our soil stays safe. So I'm going to take these out through here. And this is my work area back here. Uh-oh, I don't want these to touch the grapevine either. So this is my work area over here. So I'm just going to leave them right here. Right here. Let them go ahead and dry out. That's the goal. Let them dry out. Grab the other ones. Yep. Winter is coming, everybody. Winter is coming. And I want to be as close to not having to do. There's a whole bunch more here too. Whole bunch more. So I have a beautiful plant. Look like it's trying to come up right now. Don't need it in the winter. It's winter, y'all. I mean, it's fall. And stuff's still trying to grow over here. All right. So we're going to get some more of these zinnias out. And got to get this lemongrass. Got to get all this stuff out. Let's see. I'm going to sit y'all up over here so you can see what's happening. There you go. Sit you up in one of these little pots so you can kind of see me doing my work. All right. So there is a bunch of zinnias over here that I need to get. I still have blackberries growing, y'all. It's unbelievable. I mean, it really is. Ooh, that's sticky. That hurts. We're going to get these down. This is a big one. Bees are still here. I'm going to learn to beekeep this year. That's a goal of mine, is to learn how to beekeep. Ooh. Got popped. There we go. We got her out. Time to go. Time to go, girl. We gotta clean this area up for the winter. Because the one thing about a garden, y'all have to keep your gardens clean because you attract rodents to your garden when your garden is nasty. So you also have to keep it clean. You want to make sure there's things you can get out of here that you couldn't get out before because of pests. But now is the time to also clean up so that you don't have to clean up come spring, you know. You'll be in a better position to just plant things. Here's another tomato. This one's actually hooked to this vine. I gotta get back there. There's another one. There's another one back here. I'm gonna take this one up too. Oh, it's already cut. So that's all the zinnias from this area. Oh no, we still have these over here. Okay. We have all of these that we're gonna take up and dry as well. And we're gonna get these back here. There's only one, but it has a bunch of zinnias. So the thing about zinnias is all you need is one good seed, and you can get a bunch of zinnias. All you need is one good seed. I wanted to take them up because I want to examine my figs and do whatever I need to do to get them safe because they are still producing. I don't know how long that'll last, but they actually, it's loaded with figs. And there's 3 tomato plants out here. They won't make the cut, I'm sure. They won't last past the frost. So anyway, got these zinnias out. We're gonna get these to the drying area. Get up to the drying area. Yep. Get them to the drying area and we'll move on to something else. Oops, it's okay. I'm taking these over my shoulder. All right, y'all. Let's go. We dragging these over my shoulder. Let's see if we'll make it. All right, come on. We're pulling them through. Okay, we probably gonna have some volunteers next year. We're gonna have a whole bunch of volunteer zinnias everywhere because I know I just dropped a bunch of heads everywhere. Yep. See, go back over here and see what we got to pick up. Have to pick up over here. There's always stuff to do here in the garden. Okay, it's not much. I got most of them. I probably dropped a few zinnias along the way, but we'll just have some volunteer zinnias next year. Want to keep your garden clean. It is so important to keep a clean garden. All right. Now I'm going to get this apple tied up. I mean, not this apple, but this tomato and I want to pull one of them and tie the other one up and staple down my fabric. And there's actually some blueberries back here that I did not plant, blueberry trees that I didn't plant. And I'm not going to, because some of the some of the blueberries that we get from these stores that are not already fruiting or have branches and leaves are just a risk. You don't know what you're going to get. You really just don't know what you're going to get. Anyway, the zinnias are up. They're up and out. I have a few more, but they are doing okay. So I'm going to leave them in on the other side. But this is what I want. I want the seeds. The seeds are at the ends of these leaves. Once they dry, the seeds, you'll be able to pull them out and you'll have seeds. So anyway, I'm not going to tamper with them now. The point is to let them dry. So make sure I don't have a whole bunch of debris on my clothes. The point is to let them dry. So, oh no, there's a whole nother batch over here. Now this one's a big one. It's so pretty too. I hate to take it out, but it's not really bothering anyone. Might just leave it. It's real pretty. This one, it's all amongst the sorrel, so I might leave it and just grab the old heads because it's actually laying on the ground. See it? Oh, I got stuff all in my clothes from that haul. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because stuff is all in my clothes. Anyway, you all, that is the deadheading of the zinnias. And while I'm here, I'm going to show you how well my greenhouse is doing. Y'all see this condensation dripping down this? That's how warm it stayed in there overnight. That's how warm it stayed in the greenhouse overnight. It's so exciting to be able to save my plants. See? This is the overwintering space. I think I'm going to get another one and put it back there. And so I'll have two of them. Grab me some more fruit trees and just let them grow over the winter. It's really all about a bounty harvest. It's really all about having what you need, you know? Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about that this morning. I've been thinking a lot about families this morning and the instructions we were given. And now so many are faced with the difficulty of figuring it out, figuring out how they're going to eat. I'm eating whatever is green. That's what season it is. And I think that's where people miss it, that you don't have to be dependent on a grocery store. You just got to eat different. If it's green leafy vegetables, you got to eat green leafy vegetables, folks. I know. If it's potato season, potatoes and green, eat what's available. And that's how we were trained, We were trained, my parents, my mom, we were trained that way. We were trained to eat what was available. Mostly because that's all we had. Now, I came out to observe this banana because I thought I seen a flower coming up out of it. And if it does, it's not going to survive the winter because this banana tree in this zone will not survive. So let's take a look at it. This is my banana, and it will not survive the frost. It comes back from the frost every year, but the point is it won't survive the frost. So I'm going to have to go ahead and cut these leaves so I can use them as in my compost. You know, they can be great compost. You can put them down below the leaves. You can put them on the ground down here and cover, you know, the banana stalk. So there's a lot you can do. You can cook with them, but I think it's just too late to get a flower, you know. I don't know how tall this thing will get, but I know it's well over 15 feet now. Um, it's above the tent. So, and I've cut the stalks back and everything. You know, this is full of water. These stalks are full of water. I came to see because I thought I seen something different coming out of the stalk. I thought maybe it was a flower, but it's not. So I don't think we're going to get a flower this year. But anyway, it's got to be cut back because it's time for me to cover this area and to reroute these grapes. Reroute the vine. So I gotta rethink some things just because next year is gonna be wild if I don't begin to think about what to do with this grapevine because it's all over the place. So that's part of the work that we have to do. I might actually run it across the house on to another area. I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out because of where it's growing because this whole thing has grapes on it. There are grapes in every single corner. These are muscadines down here. Those are muscadines. They are native to North Carolina. So it's kind of hard to decide, but oh, decisions when you're growing food. All right, everyone, that is the live for the deadheading of my zinnias. I may come back later with another work project because I don't want to keep my videos too long and I want to keep them specific. So this one's about how to overwinter and deadhead those zinnias because you want to get the seeds, y'all. We have to get the seeds, okay? All right now. Peace and blessings, everyone. Until next time, bye for now.